guys! Wow, Lovech is a fantastic town. I never visit this country. I'm so excited.
I was really impressed by the old town, Varosha, but not by the local music. It used to be a church that was, you know.
The core bridge is really unique. The atmosphere here reminds me so much of Venice.
And the scent of lilacs is just amazing. You know, Lovech is called the city of lilacs because in spring you can see them bloom everywhere. When I was in Turkey, they told us Manisa is the town of tulips. What about Serdar, Viktor?
The symbol of my town is the seahorse. I'm sure that some of you guys have seen the beautiful statue of it by the seaside.
Ah, when they travel to Italy last November, oh, how time flies. I can believe our 40 is over.
Me neither. It has been the best experience in my life so far.
Look at those people who are staying with us. I don't think they have the slightest idea what we are talking about.
Right. Well, why don't we simply tell them what an adventure has been in the Erasmus FACT?
An excellent idea. I suggest we start from the beginning, okay?
I guess the beginning was the teachers' training event held here in Lovech in January 2015. My teacher attended this training, and when she came back, she kept talking about soft skills and how important it is to communicate well with others. And when we had to settle a problem in class, she said that we had to listen to each person because every opinion is valid.
My teacher too. After the training, she seemed somewhat different, and she made us try this crazy game. Forum theater technique, she called it. For instance, one of us had to talk some gibberish in a made-up language, and another to pretend to translate it for the public. I have never laughed so hard in class in my entire life.
My teacher went to the same training, and when she returned, she showed us a video with two dancing girls talking funny and moving around and doing all kinds of crazy things with their mouths. We were told it was for the door and that we would have to say, I told me, Agresta. We were told, and I did perform in the door.
Well, you know, I took part in the very first exchange visit of our project. I went to Arco de la Frontera in Spain in March 2015. I couldn't believe how lucky I was to be selected by the coordinator of the project, Mr. Joverberg. But that mobility was just like a fairy tale. I had never flown before, and I will always remember the spectacular view from above the clouds. But that was just the beginning of a real adventure. All the foreign pupils were accommodated in hospitable Spanish families, and we had a face-to-face contact with their customs and culture. As a result, I improved both my speaking skills both in English and Spanish. The educational and cultural program was far beyond my imagination. We visited Madrid, the Alhambra in Granada. We went on a tour of Sevilla on top of a double decker. We also admired the architectural masterpieces in Madrid, Puerto de Santa Maria, Sierra de la Frontera, and Medina Sidonia. We also visited the flamenco school and Arcos, and with us in Hamburg's winery, a world-famous manufacturer of sherry. An exciting experience was to visit a farm for breeding fighting bulls, some water attractions, and last but not least, to save the local forest. I wish I was in Arco de la Frontera right now.
Hey, stop later and tell us about the main goal of this launch.
The main goal of the first transnational exchange was a demonstration on the farming national cuisines. All the teams had to demonstrate their culinary skills by preparing some beautiful food.
It was our most delicious competition ever. I'm serious and delicious. I miss for Amy.
I totally agree. Your teacher, Mr. Manuel Borrego, did a tremendous job by preparing such an incredible program. And by the way, I can still hear his whistling to keep pace with the group.
What do you guys remember about the second exchange? The one to Slovakia in May 2015.
Well, first of all, I remember the long journey. Airplanes, minibus, more than 14 hours. It seemed like the end of the earth. In the beginning, I was scared, you know, and my parents too. Where are you going? Who are the teachers? How long are you going to stay away? And once more, I wasn't confident about my English skills. Delivering an oratory, using innovative technologies to express my feelings before an audience. Ugh. I felt very jittery and embarrassed, and I was so afraid of making mistakes that my knees were trembling.
It was easy for me, but you know, the more you speak, the more you English. You don't have to be afraid for making mistakes, but try to learn about them. In the oratory tournament from Slovakia, we had the chance to listen 27 oratory and speech.
We all need to admit that it was very inspirational to work together with our foreign peers in the local language of our project, English, and to compare our skills, knowledge, educational system, and lifestyle. We plan to take 3 of friendship in our school garden as a symbol of unity. And I can say it has been going fast.
We were interesting activities and a fantastic moment.
Yes, indeed. Do you remember the Europe Day celebration when we enjoyed folk, dance, and other musical performances? And afterwards, each team had a star representing their country for young learners from Gymnasium Allegro. As it happens, we mistook the Bulgarian flag for ours because it was wrong, and Mrs. Dobrova scolded her students for losing it. But when Mrs. Munyaci has realized the blunder, she apologized. And afterwards, we could not help but laugh about that. Our flags are almost identical, you know.
I like the tour city with local students as guides. They showed us so many beautiful sights. St. Elizabeth's Cathedral, the Urban Tower, the Singing Fountain, the East Slovakian Museum. Oh, Košice is such a charming city, boasting with life.
We also changed to visit the Kaslovsky Kret and the medieval city of Lovech. Both of the UNESCO World Heritage List, we visited Toronto mountains, and we climbed so high that we found some snow patches, and we couldn't resist having a brief snowball days. When we first started having a trip, we get to Cold Creek Falls. Suddenly a storm began, and was not equipped for these conditions quite well.
Wow, sounds like the Slovakian project did a great job and organized a truly memorable program.
We want to hear something curious. The entrance to the real level of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founder of modern Turkey. They have such a striking personality.
Yeah, you might be right. I actually can see a lot of similarities in their appearance. Anyway, after the second exchange in our school, I was looking forward to the reunion with the Greek girl that I hosted, as the following exchange was planned to take place at the Trickery Secondary School in November 2015. The tickets were bought and all, but in September, out of the blue, we heard our partners had withdrawn from the project.
What? You not the case?
Well, the entire Trickery project has changed the school, and sadly the new headmaster was reluctant to take over the responsibilities.
So, you didn't go, right?
Amazingly, the 2 substitute schools in the capital were very gracious to provide us with facilities for the official meeting and all the school activities, namely the Bulgarian Sunday School and the first Greek Lyceum right in the center of Athens.
Kudos to them. So you guys had the chance to visit the original Eternal City. I wish our team would have joined you.
Well, it wasn't exactly a holiday. It was almost we had to accomplish all the 2 tasks. As Greece Proynova Olympic Games, the main topic of this particular exchange was sport. We worked on and brought along a bunch of presentations, such as Košice, European City of Sport 2016, Sports in Slovakia, Sports in our school, and our school sporting celebrities. Along with the presentations, each country got to show their team members' skills, such as martial arts, gymnastics, and martial art performances. This activity will be handball and dodgeball with quite a lot of students, and we even had a swimming in the sea.
Imagine swimming outdoors in November. When back home, people need to put on warm coats. But you did have some time for sightseeing, didn't you?
A lot, as our team spent almost a week in Athens. We cruised around the city a few times on hop bus, which is the best way to get to know any big city. We visited Panathinaikos Stadium, Temple of Olympian Zeus, the Acropolis, and many other important places in Athens.
You must go have to visit the city quite well.
That's correct. We happened to be there during general strike, and we also had the chance to witness a huge protest of students and teachers against the austerity measures held in front of the park.
And don't forget that Sashka's purse was stolen in monastery with all her documents. We spent our last night in Greece at the police station, and then, in the morning, rushed to the Slovak consulate, where the substitute document was issued. So, eventually, the whole group was able to go back home.
Well, these things can happen, but at least you have acquired another useful skill, handling with the loss of a passport abroad.
Memories, memories. What are your most lessons from ones from exchanges visit to Romania in May 2016?
The activity violence through the eyes of children was very remarkable, and it helped us develop our sensitivity towards all kinds of violence. Also, writing anti-violence message on balloons, distributing them to Romanian pupils was a very engaging activity. By learning Romanian folk dance and international themes, we soldiers and interacted with one another. The international program, Dance Don't Hit, held in cultural center for Bulgaria. With all the partner schools presenting folk dance and songs, plus all the students dancing for Romanian dance together, was the culmination of our joint efforts and weeks of rehearsals and preparations.
Yeah, it was a fantastic show. We all enjoyed it a lot.
I like the places we visited. Bukowina religion, Satellite fortress in Satellite. And from Satellite, the village, the Toronto, and Satellite monasteries with fabulous exterior and interior paintings. It was also the first time I visited in South Mine in Krajči. Emanuela even made some pottery pieces at Margareta Black Pottery Center. At the end of the trip, we all had such a great fun in Astroda Adventure Park.
And obviously, it was not only us who had fun there, but also our teachers.
Yeah. The last night in Romania was so touching, as it was very difficult to say goodbye. Everybody was shedding tears.
It was full of tears indeed. I'm sure I will never forget that night.
But guess what? When we were on our way back home, we found out our train tickets to crash. Had been bought for the previous night by mistake, we all panicked.
You saw the proof?
Luckily, we were able to find the tickets and live right there. Our Romanian partners were very helpful in solving the issue, but that wasn't the end of our adventures. I still get goosebumps when I remember how stressed out we were when SD lost her passport in Istanbul.
Oh, did she? How were you able to return to my like a real Superman to manage to deal with official papers. And both of join us on a board the minute our plane was about to take off.
Let bygones be bygones, we all arrive on safe and sound, and our trip in Romania will remain our hearts as an unforgettable experience for me.
For me, the most memorable event will remain the exchange visit to Italy, Sloverato, in October 2016. I was overjoyed when I found out that I was selected with my best friend. I was also very nervous, and the night before we left, I had taken a long walk to calm down. At least I had tried to. The result was that I spent the entire journey sleeping, but I had to recover quickly because in the very first day, we all took part in the second forensics tournament of the project.
Sounds interesting. What exactly did you have to do?
Well, we were good in translational themes and debated on topics of cannabis, animal exploitation, skills, but I learned Italian. It is natural, similar with Romanian, and it was spoken all around us. And this remembers about family who took care of me. They were such excellent cookers, and they took care of me. They had such a big heart.
But what about cultural tourism? Did you go anywhere?
Yes, sure. I simply fell in love with all the places we visited. Vibo, Scilla Castle, St. Elia Mount, Our Lady of the Poor Sanctuary, the Naxos Garden from Sicily. The seashore from Scilla impressed me the most because there is such a gorgeous beach, and the sea has such a beautiful blue color. In our country, the sea has a totally different color.
Well, our sea is called the Black Sea for a reason.
And each of these places seem to have an interesting legend. I like to learn about the two highest sea monsters, Scilla and Charybdis, who lived in the opposite side of the same strait, and they attacked the passing ships.
I don't think I would like to listen to you.
Oh, I'm sorry if I scared you. Let me fix this situation, telling you a funny story from our trip. We were about to leave from Soverato, and one of the Italian guys, Gianluca, didn't find the boy that he was hosting, Onur, the Turkish boy, and he was starting to call his name, Onur, Onur, and no one knows about him. And all the bus started to call his name, Onur, Onur, like he was a rock star. We will never forget the beautiful time we had during this exchange visit, and the friends that we made. And not only friends, because some of us have also fallen in love.
It's not surprisingly some of the pretty girls around. Did you know that 27% of former Erasmus FACT students made their classes during their stay abroad? I wonder what the percentage of our project would be.
This one is in Lozano on Melissa Tricky, 2017. This experience is fantastic for me, and I apprentice of skill and competence essential for my future.
The main purpose of this visit was a third transnational forensics tournament with a total of 13 duels presented by each partner country. 6 students, including me, were chosen as judges and had the difficult task to decide what award each duel should receive. Being a judge was something totally new to me, but it was an interesting experience. All the performers did a very great job with their interpretations, and it was very difficult for the judges to decide who the best one was. But honestly, Serdar from Lozano School was my favorite performer.
Oh, thank you so much. That's something totally for me, but it was funny, and I learned a lot about forensics with our amazing partnership. It was a great pleasure to host all the teams in Manisa. I hope everybody enjoyed this moment.
It was much more than enjoying, my dear friend. Actually, we loved every single activity of the rich educational and cultural program that Mr. Sheffield January prepared. But the magic, music and dance performances was more than great too, but the most interesting event for me though was the Cana night. I was in the role of the bride and had the chance to experience Turkish wedding traditions firsthand. I and my groom, Viktor from Italy, had to wear traditional wedding clothes and to prepare all the typical rituals. Afterwards, we danced Turkish dances and had a lot of fun. I couldn't wash the henna of my hands for a week.
You see, Mirena, now we're connected for life. Not only due to the project, but also because of our wedding. You remember when you kissed my hand, you demonstrated your loyalty to me.
Apart from getting to know the Turkish culture closely, this mobility offers all the guests the chance to visit some of the most popular destinations in Turkey, such as Sardis, Selçuk, Şadasi, and Şirince, the library of Celsus, and the terrace houses from Ephesus, and also the Roman ruins from Syria College, and the nearby mineral bath Pamukkale really impressed me a lot.
Yeah, I was also excited to visit the clock tower, the Tariha stands for a kind of historical elevator, and to go by boat to Krajči this year. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to spend a week surrounded by such amazing and smart students, teachers, and parents, to visit so many great places and to observe Turkish customs.
I could listen to all the stories for hours, but don't forget, we are now in Bulgaria at our final stages of the project.
It's so sad, but everything has an end.
It's been quite a dynamic job to complete all the tasks in the course of these few years.
But look at all the benefits. We improved our transversal skills and English competencies, learned how to cooperate in transnational teams, and cooperated on social media and face-to-face with foreign peers, and many others.
It was amazing indeed, but very rewarding.
You're right, but even though I'm a bit tired, I'm pleased with all that we have achieved together.
Me too. It's been a worthwhile experience. We visited new countries and seen a lot of fascinating places and things. And we met great people that I'm sure they will remain our friends after the project ends.
Absolutely. I think I speak for all of us when I say we are extremely grateful to the FACT project and to the Erasmus program for giving us the chance to become part of this unique international educational program. We wish to thank everybody for their hard work and say, long live Europe, long live Erasmus, long live FACT.
Another round of applause. This is the first time that these students have met on stage to practice the script. They have been practicing the script thanks to their awesome coordinators via the internet. So they did an incredible job. Please give them another round of applause.